It's the Faygoluvers heaven, bro. 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 Faygo high bass. I'm a beast from the east. Egyptian.
Faygoluvers.net with Detroit's Zug Izland 20th anniversary of the gathering of the Juggalos. So, first of all, amazing performance with the Crack Tiles album. You know, how did that come together in deciding to play that album?
I think
for us live.
I think Violent J called me about it.
No
Well,
shit.
no, well, I think it was his idea, but maybe Rob called me and said, hey, you know, guys want to do that this year? And we're like, yeah, okay. And I called him, and he said, yeah, okay.
It's not exactly like that. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was it. This was my voice.
It was a great idea.
No,
it's a good idea.
I think they thought of it. It wasn't even us. And then we're like, this was
So how were rehearsals for the album? Can we break
The
into-
rehearsals
Were there
were
rehearsals?
zero.
Zero rehearsals.
I
Zero
went to
rehearsals.
Michigan in June and met up at Tim's, our drummer, Soundscape Studio, and we
Yeah.
rehearsed there. Just the band, just the musicians, and then yeah.
And the musicians, Tim Smith and Johnny King. And
Yes.
they
Over
were
there.
did a Soundscape Studios. And the telephone number is, where can they reach you at, Tim? At Soundscape Studios for the Juggalos that are listening right now.
867-5309.
Or watching and listening. 867-5309.
So that's how it happened, and then we're just like, yeah, let's do it. It'd be cool. And, yeah. a lot of work went into it. You know, a lot of rehearsing at home and stuff like that. So,
And you know, we brought forth Suicide to fill in for some of the guest musicians on the album who weren't able to appear. Anybody Chili brought up. What stood out, the most on bringing those two onto the stage with you?
Well, Suicide is a devastating rapper. We think he's
it's
awesome.
fucking great.
And we just thought, fill a spot, so we felt that we weren't sure if Joe or Joey could make it. They're so busy, they got so many things going on at the gathering, so it's almost impossible for them to do it. And it's amazing how they get so much stuff done. You know, everybody's sleeping and they're still doing stuff.
Well, Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope we're talking to them about them coming up and doing their parts for this show, and then I texted ABK months ago, but he changed his number and didn't give me his new number. And he was like, I had no idea. So I saw him yesterday. He's like, hell yeah, I want to do it. So he came up, and then Jay and Shaggy, they weren't sure. They're so busy, so they couldn't make it. And so we kind of had Suicide and his hype man, ready to go. Like months ago, we called them and said, hey, will you guys practice this stuff and do the show with us?
He's not
So
this
they
guy,
said,
his
yeah.
name's Matt.
Matt.
Yeah, Matt.
And so yeah, they said, yeah, we'll come and do it, And then, yeah, it was great. Having all of them out there and then ABK coming out.
It was awesome.
Yeah, ABK did a really good job. I had heard a story, actually, you tell the story, Matt, about you telling ABK that this is like a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to do the Crack Tiles performance.
Yeah, for real. So I saw ABK in the car park and I was like, the gathering is just like the best place to do those kind of collaborations. It's like the one time of the year where all you guys are together. Like there's been so many missed opportunities of doing those collabos on stage in front of the Juggalos. And he was like, you're right. I'm like, so it was really cool to see you guys do one of those dream fucking collabos on stage.
Yeah, especially with Jamie, ABK, he's amazing.
Thank you for doing
We
that.
love
That was
him.
cool.
And we used to do that stuff all the time back in the day, in the early 2000s, where everyone would be here, Twisted and Blaze and ABK and everybody. We did a lot of stuff like that. But things are different now, and it worked out.
So, reflecting back on creating Crack Tiles, what do you think has brought forth it to be like a timeless record? For all these years, people are still bumping it, and obviously your live set, they're all singing it the entire time. How does it make you feel though that's a timeless record?
It makes me feel all fuzzy and warm inside, for sure. Looking out and seeing everyone singing along like the whole time, just man, you guys, it's great.
Yeah, it's cool. Amazing feeling.
But I think what made it such a good record is once again the collaboration between Violent J and us and the musicians we had on it, and then everybody was on it. Twisted, Blaze, ABK, who else? Jay and Shaggy, like everyone was on it. Because back then, everyone could get on everyone's records, And I think that's what made it really magical. And then Violent J is just like...
We recorded it in a month.
Oh,
About
yeah,
a month.
it was nothing. It was like...
One
Wow.
that's it.
Yeah.
And Violent J comes to me, he's like, I want to make a rock record. And like, all right, so we just started, we were just kind of goofing around. And then we were about halfway, maybe 5 songs into the album, and then we brought down everyone, like Alex, who used to be the president of the label, and all the other people from the label. We brought them into the Lotus Pod.
Have a listening
And
party.
we played it for them, and they're just like, love it, keep going, let's do this. And so we finished it up, and yeah, it was just a magical time at the label.
It's just ultimately one of Joe's genius projects. So
Yeah, he's never done a rock record like
it was
this,
awesome. Yeah, it's just really cool.
Now, for both of you, which track do you like to perform out of all the tracks from that record live the most?
For me, it's Always.
Yeah?
Probably Always, because it's just touching everybody. See?
Got a gun.
See how magical that song is? You say Always and it's explosion.
Shit blows up.
That's actually, I gotta take it and go now because my asshole just
I just
killing
tweaked
me.
it.
I
I just
just,
tweaked a
my
little
whole
bit.
ass is gone. That was my asshole. Wow.
Mine, I gotta say, I don't know why, but playing River just gets me, man.
Yeah, the guitar riff is cool on River.
And it's not, I just, the whole thing, I like the keyboard riffs in that, but that song just kills me when we do it live. Which we haven't done that live in, I don't even know how long.
Wasn't it a key at MPC?
Yeah, it's all this weird shit I sampled, and
It's cool.
yeah, I like playing that one live, I don't know why.
And was it, whose idea was it to cover Cry Little Sister from the Lost Boys soundtrack?
Joe's idea, and
Once again.
we always
Yeah, this is Violent
and,
J's idea.
you only hear it in the titty bars, So he figures, let's do it this way, let's do a titty bar thing, and like he just wrote it that night. He got the idea and wrote it, and the next day
Well,
changed up some
he
words.
rewrote some lyrics.
Rewrote it,
It's a
yeah.
cover song, or
The
something.
melodies are similar, and
Yeah.
kind of a cover of that.
I gotta be honest, I've watched the Lost Boys movie, which is what the song is from, but I don't remember that song until Joe comes over, Violent J comes over, and he brings me a CD. He's like, let's remake this song. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And I did it, and here's the thing. I only listened to the first verse and chorus, and that is it. I'd never listened to the whole song. And then we did our version, and it came out literally like a couple years later. I heard the whole song. I was like, oh shit, I didn't even know there's like all these other parts of the song, and I never even put in our part. There's like keyboard solo and the
Did
bridge.
you redo it?
No, I just.
Then that's
But
why
I
it
thought it was
sounds
cool.
so
Like we
shitty.
did our own version. But
It
I was like,
doesn't.
I had no idea
It
that
does
all
not
this shit was
sound
in the
shitty,
song.
sir.
It
It's
sounds terrible. I know now.
on
no,
jam.
no. Like, okay. To be honest, the first time I ever heard that song was through you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just playing, man. I'm
But
just fucking.
yeah.
It's a
But
magical jam. It's super cool.
Right, and then it's like rewritten lyrics, like Juggalo lyrics instead of like original lyrics.
yeah,
So
that's
that
what
was
like.
cool.
You guys took the Dark Carnival mythology and made it your own. That's what I'm saying. When people do cover songs, if they just copy and paste it, it's just kind of redundant. But you
Yeah.
guys didn't do that. You guys did your own unique take on that.
Yeah. I think that made it really cool.
Yeah.
That's a magical song too, man. That's when we play that live, just people freak out.
That's what I'm saying. When the crowd, they were all they were all moshing and stuff for your set.
Yeah.
But like that song, everybody just like chilled out and just sang the whole time.
Yeah, right. Fucking
So
A.
how does it make you guys feel?
Warm and fuzzy.
It's humbling. You wouldn't think that you'd be able to do something like that. So it's just cool, man. It's a good feeling. Yeah. No other way to say it. That's it.
It's good.
Especially after all these years. Like people would even care, so it just feels good.
And we did that album like July of 2001, and so I mean that's 18 years ago.
Yeah.
It's a timeless record, man. People are gonna be listening to that until they flatline, man.
I can't lie, I
That's
think so,
awesome.
man. I think so. It may not be like the size of a Justin Bieber record or a Nickelback record or something, but it's a classic album.
You never know what a record can do, but in the Juggalo world, ultimately there was never a record that could duplicate that. The coolness that it had. And when we did the second record, it was much different. I wrote that record. people, liked it, but it wasn't the same, so it was much different.
It was a really great record, but just the magical thing of being in the Lotus Pod with everybody.
Yeah.
We'd just be in there, and every day people would just be
Everyone's
at
in the
the
studio.
office at Psychopathic Records,
We'll
and
be
people would
cutting
just pop
vocals,
in,
yeah.
be like, "Oh, ABK's here. Hey, jump on this verse," or Jamie, Paul is here. Like, jump on this, and everyone was just hanging out and just like jump on stuff, and it was like that every day for a while.
Wasn't the idea about the second album to start, like Alex said, the idea of starting like a second label, like separate from Psychopathic?
But that was Alex
Axe
and
and
Joe's
Smash.
idea.
That's the one.
That was their idea, yeah.
Axe and Smash.
Honestly, I didn't want to do it. We didn't want to do that. We wanted to stay on Psychopathic, but they wanted to separate the name so we can go like more mainstream. But honestly, I didn't want to do that. I never wanted to. I just let's just stay right where we are because I thought it was cool.
No, Event Horizon was like you guys did it's like a twin album.
Well, it was Promised Land, and we got two different how do you say it? It's a trilogy.
Yeah.
Yes, we got a third one,
So-
hopefully in us.
How satisfied are you with the final outcome of both of those LPs?
I liked them. I really like the Promised Land, Nebula, and Event Horizon. I think they're
They're
cool
completely
records, man.
different than anything we've ever done. And
You
some
think?
cover stuff
I
in
don't
there,
think so.
yeah. Totally a different twist on it.
I didn't think so, but I like those records a lot.
It's cool. You can't let the music die in you, so I'm not going to be talked out to do something because somebody else ain't going to like it, so I just do it.
When can fans expect another record out of you guys? I know that's a long time to plan on something,
Yeah.
Let's see. We've got a few songs still left over laying around from back in the day, like half-written songs that we got to finish up, and then some new ones.
That's what I suffer from. My name is Mr. Half-Written. I got a bunch of half-written songs.
Is this a nickname? It's
Yeah,
half-written
it's my
songs.
nickname.
And now it's kind of weird. We both left Michigan. He lives in Florida. I live in Nashville, and so it's a bit harder now, but to get together all the time because we're adults now apparently, and we got to do adult stuff.
Adults.
Adult.
I have a few more questions for you guys. Now, this one's going to be a little tricky. Now, hypothetically, if you had 1 hour left to live, and which record from anybody would you choose as like the record to listen to as your final LP?
Ooh, wow. I got one for you.
I know it's a little deep and a little on the spot.
Nope, I got it. Lately, I've been obsessed with this record from the 80s, and I don't know why. 90120 or something like that by the band Yes. And they like this band Yes, they're like this progressive rock band. But they put out these two like pop sounding records in the 80s, and I just fucking love these records. Owner of a Lonely Heart. Love that record.
And for you,
That'd
Sim,
be it.
Man.
we got Mike Keys.
Yeah, weird. That's a weird choice, right? I don't know why I like that record.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Come on, you got one in you. What do you got?
It just be the eternity of listening to that song.
Not eternity. You got one more shot. But then, there's like
No, you're saying
saying that you're gonna die. What's the last record you listen to? But then there's like,
oh,
but hold on, wait a minute. Then you got like Dark
1 hour
Lotus.
left to live.
You got Tales from the Lotus Pod and
you got
then the
1 hour
Wraith
left to live.
and then Cracked Tiles and Wizard of the Hood.
Because generally an album's about an hour. They could go a little over that, but yeah.
So yeah, this is a harder choice now.
Yeah, you're listening to Yes before you die. You'd be like,
Burn out.
owner of a lonely heart.
Yeah, forever stuck in your head.
Man, I don't
I
know.
love that record.
Well, that's cool, but I don't know, man.
What would you listen to?
What would I listen to?
You know what?
Let's see, man. I'm gonna have to go because I grew up I'm a Linkin Park kid, man. That was like my introduction to music in general.
Really? Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to go with Meteora because
I like that record.
the album is like
Genius.
barely 30 minutes, so I can listen to it twice. And it would.
You can listen to it twice.
Well, yeah.
You thinking now? That's
And I
great.
could reflect back on my childhood while,
Yeah. Well, that's
one of those
awesome.
things.
While you're getting ready to die.
G-Man, you gotta pick one, man. What is it?
I would be maybe Pink Floyd, Dark Side of the Moon.
Wow, good choice.
You'd
Good
be
game.
able to, yeah.
And
Good
just
answer.
Be like, man, yeah. Just speak good way out, I guess.
That's cool. Big fan.
Yeah.
Three things.
Do you have one?
What do you got? We got
What's yours?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Rod.
For me, I can't front. I'm such a juggalo that it's got to be the 6th, Shangri-La, because I'm walking into the light. If I'm dying,
Yeah, right?
I'm walking into the fucking
Right?
light.
There you go.
And
Yeah.
the last song you ever hear is going to be The Unveiling.
Yeah.
Come on, that's kind of cool.
And you guys had a major part in making that album. Like,
Yeah.
your influence is all over that. How was that?
Well,
You too, man.
I did, and that's more, again, violent. I just sang some stuff.
He was all over that. But he was a part of that. He was there every single day in the studio with
There was
us.
some really cool moments, and it was raining diamonds, man. It was cool. It was a lot of fun.
Remember the Sinsters? He would go make us
I'd make some hors
snacks.
d'oeuvres.
He would make Sinsters, we called them.
Yeah.
What were they? It was like a
A
can
little
of
bit
cheese.
of everything, but never.
Not a Triscuit.
Some were that, yeah. Some were even better,
That's
but
great.
others were maybe not to be confused with peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, but just cut in a fashionable way. It was all good.
And then he'd jump in and sing a chorus.
Yeah,
It was a good
that's
time.
cool, man. That's just a magical moment, big time in my life. I had a lot of fun.
I think I'm gonna take my answer back. I don't even know. I'm
Yeah.
confused.
Well, that would have been the proper answer, but I'm thinking like in
It's a tricky one, man.
It is.
True
Yeah. Now
depth,
it's getting
you know.
trickier.
Yeah, it's a little deep too. So, one thing, any advice you'd like to give? One thing you'd like to give for advice on, on the band starting on their first national tour?
Yeah. Don't fucking drink and don't do drugs. Seriously, man. Don't let that overtake what you're trying to do, because it does. It does so often. I know it sounds lame, but man, it
No,
shit
that-
just takes
that's
you
true,
over.
though, man.
Here's what happens when you go on the road. You're out there, you're working. This is work, right? But the people that are coming to see you and you're hanging out with people, they're coming out to party. This is like their one night out a week or one night out a month. They come out and they want to go off and party like crazy. And you're like, man, we got 30 days of this. And it just gets really easy to fall into and partying every day. And then, honestly, it's going to ruin your band. It's
Any
hard.
final shout-outs and final thoughts on the 20th annual Gathering of the Juggalos being here in Indiana?
It's amazing. The weather's been perfect. Juggalos are incredible. A huge love fest of love, and it's super cool, man. Devastating. We've seen last night ICP doing their acoustic set, which was really cool, and it was cool seeing it such a big, stage like that,
Yeah.
And that's cool, man. It's just been magical. Definitely, if you're not here, it was one of the great gatherings. And I've been to 18.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot of gatherings, so 18 out of 20?
Yeah.
Do you even gather, bro?
I performed. I gather. I definitely gather. I stay in the gathering mode.
We only really, there's only one that we didn't do, right? That some people play.
Yeah. I don't know. 06.
I've been to so many, I haven't counted. You know what? I want to give a shout out to Faygoluvers.com for
Oh,
being
yeah.
so fucking cool and supporting the Juggalo world with that.
For sure.
Well,
Faygoluvers signing off with Mike P. and Sin of the legendary Zug Island of Detroit. Thank you, guys.
thanks,
Salute.
man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.